Batiste. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Elise, and today we're talking about dry shampoo. So I wash my hair about once a week, but after like a few days it starts getting a little bit oily at the roots. So I like to use dry shampoo just to like tide me over until my next hair wash day. And I also like using dry shampoo because it gives my hair a bit of volume, which is always welcomed because I have very fine, very just flat hair. So volume is always welcomed. I was using the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo for light tones, and I love this stuff. But having said that, it's quite pricey, and also it can be really hard to get a hold of. I usually buy the bigger bottles, well I used to, but at one point this is all they had left, like online, like anywhere. And of course we were in lockdown in Melbourne, so there was no going out and getting it from hair stores. That's the reason why it prompted me to look elsewhere, and I was like, hey, why don't I try my supermarket, like local supermarket, for what they sell and see if there's anything that's any good, because who knows, there might be something that is quite affordable, as supermarket items often are, and might be quite good, so could save a bit of money, and it's also going to be really accessible. So I got 3 different dry shampoos that they had. I think they had a couple of other different options, but these are the ones that I decided to try. So we've got the Dove Care Between Washes Refresh Plus Care Dry Shampoo, first one. And I'm a fan of the Dove deodorant. I really like the Dove deodorant, so I was like, their dry shampoo might be good too. Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo, just in the Clean and Classic Original. So I used to use this one like back in the day, and I was like, I can't really remember why I stopped using it. So I was like, let's give it a go again. So I got that one as well. And then the final one I got is VO5 Full of Life Volume Dry Shampoo. So I used each of them for about 2 weeks at least, just to give them a fair go. So I'd use them like once or twice in a week, depending on how my scalp needed it. So the Dove one, first up, not a fan. I would probably rate it like 5 out of 10. That seems really harsh, but I'm just not into it. I feel like it's trying too hard to be transparent, like not to leave that like typical kind of white residue that dry shampoos are, like, you know, known to do. I feel like it's trying too hard to not be that, so it honestly, it comes out like kind of, it reminds me of hairspray. So it's like clear and it dries, but I just wasn't a fan. It provided a little bit of volume, but I didn't really like the texture it gave my hair. In terms of being a dry shampoo, I thought it was like okay, but just the consistency of it was like more like a hairspray, and it was quite off-putting. I'd just rather it be like a fine powder or something. So for the Dove one, pros is that it's transparent. You're definitely not going to get that like white film, kind of white residue. You don't need to work it in too much because it is transparent. It does an okay job. So the cons, it was a bit of a weird consistency of that like lacquer kind of feeling. I just wasn't a fan of it. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying that one again. But I mean, others might really enjoy it. So that's just my opinion. Didn't like that one. Secondly, the Batiste one. So I would probably give this a 7 out of 10. I think it's just like, it's a good product. Like, it does its job. So you do have to work it in quite a lot. It is one of those dry shampoos that is more prone to leaving that white residue. So you really do have to work it into your scalp to avoid that. But overall, I think it does a pretty good job. So pretty good job at absorbing oils, especially if you do it the night before. If you're doing it for an event or something, the night before, then it has like time to absorb those oils. The only thing is, I guess, more of a personal thing for my hair is that it doesn't really give a lot of volume. So this could be a pro for some people or a con for others. It doesn't really change the texture of your hair at all. It just leaves it like nice and soft and like doesn't volumize it at all really. So I would say it does a really good job, but it doesn't really give any sort of volume if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, it just like leaves it really soft and smooth. So yeah, keep that in mind. For myself personally, I like something that gives a little bit of volume. So whilst I do quite like this one, and I'll probably keep it as a backup, it wouldn't probably be my first preference. So yeah, but I'd still give it a 7 out of 10. I think that's a pretty good rating. So lastly, and realizing now, I think I've done it in order from least to most preferable. Yes, this was my favorite of the three, the V05 one. And the reason for that is I think it does a really good job of being a dry shampoo. It doesn't really leave that white residue I found that the Batiste one is prone to. Yeah, you do need to work it in, but not like overly so. Yeah, and it just gives your hair really nice volume. And so it's like pretty easy to style. The only negative thing I have to say about this one is the smell is a bit off-putting. It's like a strong men's deodorant. I'm not sure what they thought when they were making the smell for this one, the fragrance for this one, but yeah, wow, it's something. It's not bad, it's just that it's like, it smells like a men's deodorant. So but I mean, the smell only lingers for like 10 minutes after you put it in your hair, I think. So it's not a deal breaker, and I like the formula and the effect of it more than the others I have tried, so I'll probably keep using it. It would be a bonus if they came out with a new fragrance for it, of the volume one. I believe they have another one in the range as well, like it's instead of volume, it's something else. Yeah, V05, if you're watching this, can you please bring out like a different scent of this one? That would be really cool. This one's definitely my favorite of the three. I would probably give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. And honestly, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10, but the smell is so... it's just, I don't know, surprising, I guess, for me. Because they could have gone with like a subtle smell, but this is just like quite a strong, like, to me it smells masculine. But again, I don't really care enough to stop using it. So pros, does a good job, doesn't really leave a residue if you work it in well enough, provides really good volume. Cons would be the smell. That's all I can really think of, just the smell. Yeah. Let me know if you've used any of these and what you thought. I think they're all quite affordable, coming from the supermarket. Let me know alternatively if you have a favorite from the supermarket, because that's what I was sort of going for, trying to find something that is readily accessible, affordable, and that I'm happy using. Hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. Hopefully it narrows down your search a little bit. Do keep in mind that my hair texture is probably going to influence, you know, what I thought of these. But yeah, let me know if you try these, and thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.